a fascinating character. We're going to be hearing a little bit more from him as the season progresses. But Lawrence and Nick Verdier from the Rugby paper, it's very good to see you. We'll chat with you a little bit about the impact this man has had on French rugby. But in some ways, listening to that, it's a guy with a dream. It's not that dissimilar to some of the owners. John Hall with Newcastle many years ago. But typically French, they just do it with a little bit more show, a little bit more panache. When you look at the players that were brought in, initially Tano Umanga, George Gregan, Andrew Mertens, well, they brought in to make a statement, because after that come Johnny Wilkinson, Brian Banner, Sonny Bill Williams, and a whole host of other players.
Well, I think Bourgelat wanted to really break Toulon into that sort of established group of the likes of Toulouse and Perpignan and Stade Francais, and in order for him to do that, he had to go in with the big glamour signings. And this is, make no mistake, like the Galacticos, like the Real Madrid of rugby. I mean, some of these guys at the top, Umanga, Gregan, Mertens, perhaps recruited them at the end of their careers, but certainly the likes of Johnny Wilkinson. I mean, he was voted the most influential sportsman in the whole of France, so he's had a huge impact. And for people to say that money, €31 million budget, I mean, he's saying he does that without without putting a penny in himself. But it does buy success, because of course they've been up there at the top. They're unbeaten at home in the Heineken Cup, and they're last year's European Cup champions.
Now, you're the editor of the Rugby paper online. €31 million, those are sort of budgets that English clubs would just dream about having. What sort of impact has Bourgelat had on the French game? Has he shaken it up?
Yeah, I think he's broken into, like Lawrence said, that big top four, who used to be the old clubs from maybe smaller towns, a bit more traditional rugby towns. And he's got his passion, he's got his dream, and he's going for it. He definitely did. He lifted the Heineken Cup. Now I think his next big thing is the top four.
But does he open the door for the other teams in France to say, we're going to spend the money, we're going to bring people in from all over the world, because we want a bit of that action as well?
Yeah, I think you have to. If you see only one team putting everyone forward, I think that's what he did. Everyone kind of followed suit. Racing, Clermont have got massive signings. Toulouse are starting to do the same a bit more. Montpellier are getting there as well. Everyone wants, a bit of piece on the cake, really. They've got to spend the money if they want to compete with these guys.
It's a massive, massive slice of gâteau that they're all after. As I say, we're talking to Bourgelat a little bit later as the season progresses. Nick, thank you very much indeed. Now, it's time to go to Craig, who is obviously at the Smashometer. David Flatman will try and flatten that Smashometer, boosted by having eaten half a hundredweight of donuts. Let's see how he gets on.